Detective Buckley, good morning. It's good to see you again.
Thank you, Officer Gray. I'm glad to be here.
Who's here with you?
Alan Whitson, junior detective. Nice to meet you.
I didn't know you had a partner. It's unlike you.
If I had a choice, I wouldn't, but the kid's got good talent.
Anyways, if you'll follow me, the murder scene is this way.
Detective Buckley. I didn't think you were coming.
I'd never missed such an interesting case.
What makes you think it's interesting?
Just the nature of it. So, have you been able to identify the body?
Yes, the victim's name is Tim Maverick.
Do you know the cause of death?
It's evident that he was at least stabbed once in his upper right abdominal and again in his neck. I don't know any other information, so it's going to be up to your expertise to unfold the rest of the case.
Then it's time for me to get started. Thank you, officers. Detective Winston and I will handle it from here.
I'll be seeing you.
Good luck on your investigation. And nice meeting you, Detective Winston.
So where do we start? How are we going to find the person who did this if there isn't much evidence?
First, we need to find his phone and see who's been contacting him. It might give us a better idea of who he works with, or a clue on what he was doing before getting murdered.
Okay, I think I saw his phone in the living room. Let me go get it. Alright, I got it. But it needs a passcode to be open.
Then that's what we do next. Come on, give me the phone and let's go to the police department. Hopefully they can help.
Don't you want to take a look around a little more? We might find some more evidence.
There's nothing else to find that the officers didn't already tell us. But you can take another look if you want. I'm gonna wait in the car.
Yeah, I'll just take another minute to look around. I guess there really isn't much evidence. Wait, huh? A knife is missing from the kitchen stand? Interesting. Sir, I think I found some information that could...
Winston, I have a guy back at the department that can unlock any phone.
That's great, but I found something.
Once we get there, we give him the phone and by early afternoon, he'll be able to tell us everything we need.
Do you really think that this will work?
Most likely. Get in the car so we can find out.
So who's this guy that can unlock the phone for us?
Hector Venko. Officially works as a CCTV operator. Unofficially, he works for me. Hector, I got a job for you.
Let me guess. You need me to unlock another phone.
The usual business. Need it done by the afternoon.
As you wish.
So how is he going to be able to get that done?
I don't know. I don't care. He does what I tell him or he doesn't get paid.
So what do we do now?
I'll go to my office to get some work done. You do whatever you want, but be ready when I need you.
Yes, sir. Officer? Gray, was it?
That's right, Detective Winston. Didn't expect to see you back here so soon.
Well, there really wasn't much at the scene. Besides, Detective Buckley seems to think that we'll find answers on Maverick's phone. Hopefully we can find a lead to follow soon.
I may not understand the work he does, but I have no doubt that he has the skills and experience to solve even the most difficult cases. But you probably already knew that, since you see his work firsthand.
No, I actually didn't know that. I've been working for him for about a month now. So far, this is the biggest case I've been a part of.
Then in that case, you're gonna have plenty of opportunities to learn from him. Sometimes it's scary how quick and effortlessly he finishes an investigation.
He has already changed how I observe and think in some situations. However, he isn't really open to what goes through his mind.
He's always like that. Just give him time. Eventually, the more you're with him, the more he'll trust you, and the more he'll open up.
So anyways, I have a question about the case. Do you know who called the police to the scene?
That's the crazy thing. The call came from the apartment's phone line.
What do you mean?
We don't know who called. All I know is that someone called 911, but when a dispatch operator picked up, there was no one on the other side.
So that's when you and Officer Riggs went to the scene?
Yes, the call was traced back to the apartment, and we were sent to investigate.
What time did the call come in?
It came in about 3 in the morning, 5 hours before you and Detective Buckley arrived.
Where was the phone when you found it?
Nowhere near the body. It seemed as if the killer was the one who made the call. Why they would do that, I have no idea.
Also, something interesting I found when investigating is that one of the knives in the kitchen was...
Officer Gray, I thought I made myself clear. You can't just stand around doing nothing. Get back to work.
Yes, Chief. Sorry, guess my break is over. Gotta finish filing police reports. I'll be sure to stick around a little longer if you have any more questions.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Winston, while you're waiting around, why not make yourself useful and prepare a cup of coffee for me?
Alan, you still working for Marcus? He hasn't let you go yet?
Huh?
Oh, I'm only joking. But he hasn't driven you crazy, has he?
Sorry, who are you?
You don't know who I am? I can't believe Marcus hasn't talked about me. I'm only his best friend and past roommate. I guess he's too busy with work to mention the Stephen Pierce.
So, how do you know me?
Oh, we met about a month ago at the bar. You were way too drunk to even remember, but you and Marcus are celebrating your first case. While you got too wasted to even stand, Marcus told me a little about you.
Yeah, I remember now.
So talking about Marcus, where is he? I need to see him.
He's in his office work and should be done soon. I can let him know you're waiting.
There will be no need. I'll just go and talk to him.
I can't let you back there. Just wait here. Here's your coffee.
Now what took you so long? Never mind. I should have just done it myself. What are you sticking around for? You can leave.
Sorry, sir.
Marcus, it's been a while. How are things?
We've seen each other 2 days ago. There's not much to catch up on.
Doesn't hurt to ask. Hey, did you hear the news about your guy Tim Maverick? I heard that he was murdered in his apartment last night.
Yes, Stephen. You know I work in the police department. I also currently have him as my case.
I thought so. Just wanted to ask in person how you felt.
I'm not bothered. Me and him broke paths years ago.
Not bothered? You two have been through so much together. Nothing compared to what we've been through, though you helped build up his company when he was first getting started.
That was a long time ago. I hardly remember.
I hope you feel a little more sorry if I were to die, but for now, if you need someone to talk to or anything at all, you know where to find me.
Of course. It was good seeing you, Stephen.
And you, Marcus.
I see you snuck your way through.
Ah, no. Me sneak my way through? I like to think of it more as inviting myself in.
Did Detective Buckley know Tim Maverick? Why didn't he mention that before?
He's not open to many people. If he didn't think it was important, then he would usually keep it to himself.
I was already told that today. Guess I need to let him trust me more.
Winston, you ready? Good. I know our next plan of action. Excuse us, Stephen. We got work to do.
I thought that there was nothing else to do but wait for the phone to be unlocked.
Well, I made a few calls, and while Hector works on the phone, we got something that can help us.
And what is that, sir?
The police department has security cameras that we can take a look at.
Then we can finally see what happened. Perhaps find out who did it.
Perhaps.
Come in. Hope I can be of use, Detective.
Detective Winston and Detective Buckley.
Welcome, detectives. I'm Mrs. Hawthorne.
We don't have much time, but can you pull up the security footage so we can take a look at what happened?
Yes, of course. Let me just rewind the footage for you. Around 20 to 3, you can see the killer break in. We don't see them until 3:07 when they leave through the front door.
Seems like a long time just to kill someone, unless there was more happening inside. Are there any cameras or angles we could look at?
Yes, of course. There's cameras all around. You should be able to track the killer throughout the apartment.
Can you pull up the angles of the killer? Maybe the cameras will reveal their face.
Winston, the wife is calling. Tell me what you see when I'm back.
No worries, sir. I can handle this.
Here's all the angles I got of the murderer.
None of these angles help identify them. They seem to deliberately hide their face around each corner. Whoever they are, they seem to be well aware of where the cameras are. Wait. That's the knife from the victim's kitchen. They just placed it inside their trench coat.
In this camera, it looks like they're taking off their coat and placing it in the bin.
Now, why would they do that? Can you show me where that bin is? I want to take a look.
That is right outside the security room, by the entrance.
Here it is. The killer's coat, which means the knife should be here, but it's not.
Are you sure you saw them place the knife in there?
Yes. Why else would they throw away the coat if it doesn't have the knife? Was that all of the cameras? Maybe I just missed something.
No, that was all, but feel free to look at them again.
Winston, you find anything useful?
Not really, sir. The killer seemed to have been planning for this for some time because they knew when to turn away from each camera. But that is all the information I have gathered. I could not get a clear view of the killer's face, but maybe if you take a look, you could gain more information.
That's no use. If you couldn't see their face, then it's just a waste of time. Thank you, Miss Hawthorne. That's all we need.
No need to thank me. You just have a good day.
So, what are you going to do now? That didn't seem to help us.
We go back to the department. Detectives should be done and we can take a look at the phone. We'll figure it out from there.
I just don't understand why the cameras didn't give us any more leads to follow.
This case isn't going as easy as the others. It'll take more time to solve, but you gotta trust the process and you gotta trust me. Can I count on you to do that?
Yes, sir, I can do that.
Then let's go back to the police department.
Hopefully now we can get one step closer to solving this case.
There you are, Winston. That was the most atrocious tasting coffee I have ever had. I have no idea what Buckley sees in you if you can't even get a cup of coffee right.
Don't know what your wife sees in you. Oh, I keep forgetting she got a divorce.
Don't forget who you're talking to, Marcus.
Good luck replacing me. Go ask your ex if you need help with that. Come on, Winston. Hector, is it done?
You got the money?
$100 as promised. Now, what are the recent contacts?
The latest call was at 10:54 p.m. last night. Tristan Tucker. Here's his address. There were also 3 more contacts that communicated through text. They didn't seem much of a concern, though.
That's for me to decide.
I also wrote down their names and addresses in case you need them.
Can I also have the phone back?
Will that be all?
It is for now.
So is that where we will go?
It is. You can wait here while I map it out. Shouldn't take long.
Hey, have you seen Officer Gray?
Who?
Officer Clara Gray, is she here?
No, I think she left to go home.
Okay, have you seen Officer Joe Riggs?
No, I also haven't seen him. I think both their shifts ended. Why do you ask?
Oh, I just had a few questions about the murder scene.
Are you the detective working on the case?
Yes, I'm Junior Detective Winston, and I'm just trying to find out more about this case.
Nice to meet you. I'm Officer Remy Esteban. I transferred here a week ago from the academy. How long have you been a detective?
About a month now. I work under Detective Buckley.
Oh yeah, I work with Officer Ramirez. I'm currently waiting for him to arrive. In the meantime, the chief has me cleaning up his mess.
Yeah, tell me about it. He had me making him coffee earlier.
Winston, we got work to do.
It was nice meeting you.
Yeah, you too. Good luck solving your case.
The address is a good hour away. Hope you're not hungry.
Not necessarily, but we could pick up food on the way.
Perhaps on the way back. I'll do the talking. You just observe.
Yes, how can I help you?
We're looking for Tristan Tucker. Does he live here?
Yes, he lives here. What do you want with him?
We're detectives investigating a case, and Tristan is a person of interest. We want to talk to him.
Well, I think he is still at work. He should be home soon. If you want, you can come inside and I can get you something to eat or drink while you wait.
No, that'll be alright. We can wait in the car or come back another time.
Are you sure? It won't be a problem at all.
Sir, we drove all this way. She's offering us food and drinks.
As long as it's okay with you, we'd appreciate it if you allowed us inside.
It's no problem at all. Can I get you two something to drink? Maybe a coffee?
I'm good, thank you.
I could use some coffee if you don't mind.
Of course. By the way, my name is Maya.
I'm Detective Winston, and this is Detective Buckley.
Here's your coffee, and I brought a plate of sweets. Feel free to take.
I appreciate it. Can you tell us how you know Tristan Tucker?
Oh, he's one of my roommates. We've been friends for a few years now.
This is some very good coffee, the best I've ever had.
Oh, thank you. I home brew it instead of depending on cheap machines.
Do you know where he was and what he was doing last night at around 3 in the morning?
Yeah, of course. He was here when we were all playing video games. He live streams at night.
He was streaming, you said.
Yes, he usually gets around a few thousand viewers on both Twitch and YouTube.
Can you show me the stream?
Yes, I can get it on my phone. See, we started at midnight and went for about 3.5 hours.
Hey Maya, where's Dax and Barry?
Oh, they're in their rooms.
And who are these people?
They are Detective Buckley and Winston.
We just have a few questions to ask related to the investigation we are in.
Yeah, what are your questions?
Do you know Tim Maverick?
Yeah, he's my boss. He's like the CEO of the whole Highdale enterprise.
What do you do for him?
He hired me to track the company's revenue and investments.
Why did you call him around 11 p.m. last night?
I was notifying him of a large drop in the company's stocks due to a failure of product launch.
Why did you call so late?
Well, it started about a month ago, but in the last 24 hours, the company started losing millions and millions of dollars and hundreds of clients every hour. It was my job to report this to him as soon as possible. Many people were losing their investments and many people were blaming him.
Are you aware that he was murdered in his apartment last night? You were the last person to contact him.
Wait, he was murdered last night?
We need you to tell us if you know anyone who would have done this. Anyone who lost investments or their job and was frustrated enough to kill him.
I wouldn't know. You would have to talk to his head secretary. I couldn't imagine anyone in the company doing something like this.
That's all the questions I have. Thank you for your time. Come on, Winston.
Thanks again for the coffee and sweets.
You're welcome.
Do you really have to introduce yourself to everyone you meet?
What do you mean? She was very nice. Wait, where are we going? Surely he is the murderer. I mean, who goes to work and doesn't know their boss was killed?
He's too distracted with the crumbling of his company to notice his boss is missing. He live-streamed games last night during the murder, and he's too short and small to have been the person in the cameras.
So coming here was a waste of time. We have no more leads to follow.
It wasn't a waste of time. He told us what happened. We need to talk to the secretary and ask around. Eventually we'll find who we're looking for.
But what if we don't? This killer has made it impossible to unfold this investigation.
Get in the car. I'm going to take you to a place I go when faced with a difficult case. It allows me to clear my mind. It'll help you relax and be ready for tomorrow.
I would have never guessed that the watchtower is the place you were talking about.
It's refreshing at the top and far enough to distract you from the department or whatever problems you have in your mind. Solved a few cases up there, actually. Come on, this way to the top.
It's nice up here.
What's in your mind?
I just didn't think that it would be this hard to solve this case. A lot of things are not adding up.
This job isn't always going to be easy. You have to give it time and keep investigating. I still have cases that I've been investigating for several years, even a handful that led nowhere, and I had to give up on them.
I suppose you're right. I just find it strange how the killer called the police to the scene if they covered up the rest of their tracks.
Who told you that information?
Officer Gray. She said that no one was on the other side of the call, and that Tim Maverick couldn't have been the one who called since his body wasn't near the phone.
That doesn't change much. The killer probably wanted to leave a message regarding the company's stock decline.
The killer had some sign of connection to Tim Maverick, is the only explanation as why they would kill him the same night the company fell apart. Investigating everyone who works in the company and every client is going to take forever.
If only you were able to find the killer's knife in his trench coat. Then we can match the DNA.
Yeah, if only. Wait, how did you know about the knife in the trench coat if I didn't tell you about it?
We saw it happen on the security cameras.
No, I did. You're outside on the phone with your wife. Outside, by the entrance. You also knew Tim Maverick and you helped him build this company, Steven told me. Hey, you're a murderer.
I wish you hadn't said that. I really didn't want to do this. What in the...